Looks like it cut me off there, but the wildlife continued includes bobcats as well. There's a good amount of bobcats in Michigan. White-tailed deer, coyote, squirrels, bats. Um, and the fish population around the island, it's got over 25 species of fish, including lake trout, lake whitefish, and yellow perch. So the issues regarding global warming and climate change and increased anthropogenic activity near the island's state park, the islands, and on the mainland, it's really threatening this super fragile ecosystem that exists. So the water, this precious fresh water that exists in the lakes, they give life and home to so many different species, and a lot of those species only exist on some of the islands in the Great Lakes. So there's this thing called lake turnover, where in these northern lakes, water separates within the seasons, and it ensures an even redistribution year round of oxygen rich waters. So without turnover, lake bottoms could become biological dead zones because of the decay of organic matter. And this uses up all the oxygen and nutrient supplies, and this jeopardizes fish and other aquatic life. The forests on the island are dependent on the nutrients that these waters and aquatic life produce, and both the shores and the forests are home to hundreds of species of wildlife that would ultimately be without habitat if these otherwise healthy ecosystems turn into larger and increased in area cover of biological dead zones. Other consequences of global warming that has been recently seen on the island include diminished forest, damaged wetlands, the contamination of beaches and shorelines, degraded water quality, and continuously increased invasive species expansion. A lot of tourism. Tourists will bring that in unintentionally. So here are some management actions that have either been in the works for a while, or have been recently proposed to deal with some of these issues that I just mentioned. So, due to the importance of this abundance of unfrozen fresh water on Earth, scientists and conservationists began researching the threats of climate change years ago in order to prevent any major destruction to the Great Lakes. So, one study found that expanding reserves and modified silviculture strategies can be effective at increasing the resistance of this expansion by preserving forest composition and increasing adaptive capacity by maintaining or increasing above ground biomass. And this is all compared with traditional management, where there wasn't a whole lot being done. There was a lot of research, but now we are working on restoring and enhancing stream and riparian habitat and uh, repairing the coastal wetland habitat, building awareness and understanding of climate change impacts to a lot of agricultural producers and farmers. And this will also align Farm Bill incentives with wise water use, reducing the toxic pollution that the fertilizers cause in the runoff, and ultimately reducing the increase of the eutrophication. They're also focusing on optimizing land use based on local hydrology, which it's strange that they haven't really been focusing on that, considered it's just the biotic factor that this island is dependent off of is clearly its hydrology, its water. But it looks like some decent moves are being made. And this is Mackinac Island State Park, and I hope you all enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.